is worth celebration. It was not easy. And I want to give you an idea, going into Election Day yesterday, what some of the forecasters thought about our chances. Decision Desk gave us a 32% chance of winning. Race to the White House gave us a 25% chance. 538 gave us a 33% chance. The Cook Political Report rated us lean Dem. Sabato's Crystal Ball rated us lean Dem. Roll Call had Don as the fourth most likely incumbent to lose out of 435. And the polling average of the last three polls had Don down 4. Well, the voters had a different idea, and we saw that. And this was the most Democrat energy we've probably ever seen in this district in a long time. The blue dot, right? And why did Don prevail? Don is the most effective Republican in Congress, the most bipartisan Republican in Congress. From the airport, $3 billion in roads and bridges, every county in the district's getting improved because of Don Bacon. And he's the most effective member of Congress for our nation's security out of 435 members. And how lucky are we that he's our member? So I don't know what Don's plans are, but let this group be a warning for 2026. It ain't gonna be easy. Last thing I'll say, the blue dot was like the biggest storyline. There's only one consistent person that's won this district the last 5 election cycles. So I don't know why they call it the blue dot. They should call it the bacon dot. And I'll hand it to Don Bacon.
So I want to congratulate Matthew and our whole team. Our whole team worked hard. But before I got some words I want to say, but I offered up to both of our governors and the mayor opportunity to say a few comments. I know there's one guy here that likes bacon, and he likes bacon. Our governor.
Well, Congressman, let me clarify that. I love bacon, and I love Don Bacon. And I'm 100% confident that all of us are there. We are so incredibly grateful for Don Bacon. I think we all agree, for all of us public servants, Don, you inspire us because your faith, your walk, you're 100% positive, 100% of the time, no matter what. And you must eat bacon all day long because you've got more energy than all of us to combine. Want to thank your bride. You guys are extraordinary. It goes without saying, I said it last night somewhere, that if every Nebraskan understood Congressman Bacon's impact, not only for his district, but for the state and for the United States, with his leadership for Offutt Air Force Base, the most powerful, most strategic Air Force base in the world. There's no one in Congress that understands it like Congressman Bacon. This isn't about politics. This is about saving the planet, foreign adversaries. I'm so incredibly proud. It's just a privilege to be a friend and a public servant with you. Congratulations.
You're awesome. I know I saw Governor Heineman here somewhere. Where's right there. Can I pass the mic to you? Okay.
You know, last night, the American people spoke, Nebraskans spoke, and they sent a message that we wanted a Republican president, a Republican Senate, and a Republican House to change the direction of this country. Over 70% of the people said we were on the wrong track. And it's kind of like James Carville says, it's the economy, stupid. And that's what happened. Now, I want to use a baseball analogy to what happened last night, okay? Don Bacon was behind the whole game. At the end of the 7th inning, he was down 3 runs, and I went to bed. I got up this morning, I turned on ESPN to see the replay of the game, and in the 9th inning, the bases were loaded. It was 2 outs, 3-2, and Don Bacon hits a grand slam home run to win the game. Congratulations, Congressman.
I appreciate it. And we have a great GOP mayor, all the big cities in the country. We have one of the few Republican mayors, and you can see it the way this great #1 city to live in and the #1 economy in the United States. Mayor Stothert.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you all for being here. None of anyone that is in an elected position could do this without all of you. But my special thanks to Don Bacon for what you have done. I mean, what you have done in your personal life, your military life, what your career in Washington, D.C., what you have fought for. It makes me very, very proud and makes me very happy to be a supporter of you. Somebody just said that you're always up, you're always happy. I see that in you all the time, and it reflects on what you do. It does. Senators Ricketts and Fisher, congratulations. And Congressman Flood and Smith, Adrian, you're there. Congratulations to all of you. What a great day this is. So much to celebrate, and we talk a lot about the blue dot. I'm the mayor of the blue dot. But I think today we're red, white, and blue, and we're all together. So thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. So I got a little speech outline in my head, but I got to just say, Adrian Smith won by 60 points. That's not fair. You combine all my wins, I'm getting to 10. This guy does 60 in one race at 21 points for you. And the first guy to speak last night, congratulations. And we had, 2 of us really had we've had millions and millions and millions of dollars spent against us. Yeah. So, I want to work with this great team on the federal delegation. We are great friends, and we like each other, we help each other out, and it's very few other delegations out of 50 states where you have this sense of teamwork and friendship, where you can call each other, work on various legislation. It's a blessing. So, let me first off, for me, I want to thank God first. I knew, win or lose, God's in charge. And I know ultimately I'm a child of God, and sometimes he shuts doors, and it means he's opening up another door. And I'm looking at a lot of folks here that were on the election tonight that some had good news, some didn't have good news, but God's in charge. And I found that when God shuts a door, there's a new door opening, and he has a better plan. In my Air Force career, I had a whole plan, and I did none of it. Really. But God had his plan, and I ended up becoming a commander of the 2 of the largest bases in the Air Force, and got to do some great things. But if I would have done my own plan, I probably would have done none of it, right? And so, like I say, God's got his plan, and so I thank him first. I pray every day for wisdom, and I hope that I reflect, his golden rule and his teachings and how we do business. But I do thank him because I read Psalms every day, and David prayed for victory. And so I thought, okay, I'm cleared to pray for victory. Yeah, right? And I did. And I want to thank my family. So I know my lovely wife, Angie, of 40 years. Yeah. Her sister moved here from Ohio, and my brother-in-law, so they're 2 new voters in Nebraska. If I won by 2, I knew that was a deciding thing. I don't know if any of those other family members here or not, but it's a team sport with your family. By the way, my one grandson, the other day, he was like 3 years old at the time, goes, "Grandpa, why do you hate doctors?" He was listening to those TV ads. I got a 2-year-old grandson last night. He goes, "Hi, Grandpa." Then he saw me on TV, Donald Bacon. That's a true story. It's a true story. So around me, it's Grandpa, but it sees a sign or me on TV. Don Bacon. I don't know. It's fun. But hopefully I'll get over this. It's been traumatic. Millions of dollars of TV ads. Such of those mean faces they put on TV with you. Like, I had another kid the other day said, you're scary. It's TV. It's not really me. So anyway, I want to thank family, but I want to thank our supporters, because this is like a football team. We got offensive linemen, defensive linemen, halfbacks, safeties, quarterbacks. It takes the whole team to win this. And so all of you have played a role in one way or the other here. I'm looking around. I've seen mayors and county attorneys. I just go on. And you all know where you've helped. You delivering stuff to door-to-doors. I can look. Everybody here played a role. And it takes a team to win in a tough district. It's an RPI of 0. So in other words, for those who know that term, that means all things being equal, this district's a 50-50. It's not an R1 or a D1. It's a 0. We're only two districts in the country has an RPI of 0. And so it is a full contact sport to deliver here, right? So that's just a fact of life. I want to thank our team. So Matthew, awesome job. Our Chief of Staff, Mark Dreiling, where are you at? Right there. There you go. On our campaign team, we've got just a great set of advisors. David Watts. I want to say Mary Barrett has been a game changer. Yeah. I've learned new words on how to greet people. Hey, sugar. Hey, ginger. Okay, and it goes downhill from there. But there's a whole group here. I'm going to read them off. But I got Jeff, Grant, Jeff. Okay. No poll showed us winning for 2 months. But Jeff McGowan, where's he at?
Right back there.
Okay. That guy doesn't sweat perspiration. He sweats digits. So he said, Don, you're going to probably win between 2 and 3. We think the former president, will come down about 6. So all the journalists, you want accurate numbers in the future? Talk to that guy. All right. I want to thank Jesse, Sherry, Wright, Betty Chen, and James runs our official office. So all the folks working there. So winning elections is a start. It's not the end, right? We have to have a plan. It's about governing. So my commitment to all the voters here, whether you voted for me or against me, my job is to serve the entire district, and we have a plan. And by the way, we couldn't have done this without split-ticket voters. We would have lost. So I recognize that. And part of that reason it was possible, it was Ann Ashford. Thank you. Yeah. Johnny Rogers. Yeah. It's one thing to say, you got to live it, and I've tried to be. I've said this all the time. I'm a believer first. I'm an American second. Then I'm a Republican. But you can't just say it. You got to live it. And people need to be able to trust me that we're always going to try to do what's right for our country, what's right for our district. We put America first. And so some of my objectives this cycle, I think locally, we want to continue to see the airport, the direction it's taken. We're going to finish the rebuilding at Offutt. Thankfully, Ashland's already been rebuilt after the floods. We still got to finish the job at Offutt and at Epling. But we have a goal here of getting an inpatient VA clinic or hospital. And we got to get that done. And we know that there's $60 to $65 million already being offered up by the local community to help make that possible. So our job is to get with the VA, DOD, and get a plan together, because we got a 1950s facility, and we got to turn that around. And I'm sort of wearing, it's just something that myself, my predecessor, what Brad Ashford, Lee Terry felt the same way. Always a commitment to upgrading the VA and making that work. Now, I'm going to be the chairman, unless it changes, but chairman of the cyber subcommittee, and we got to work on that. We are such a target right now from Russia, China, Iran. They're going after our power grids, the financial stuff in Manhattan. Our hospitals are being attacked, so we got to work on cybersecurity and also ensure that we have the best cyber offensive capabilities in the world. And I have another objective of as part of my portfolio, is how do we get the top technology that's in the commercial sector, how do we get it faster in the DoD? Because right now it takes 3 or 4 years. That don't work. And people want to be paid that year, and you got to get that technology now. So getting commercial technology into the hands of our military faster is one of our objectives. And finally, we got to work on our nuclear deterrence. So this is something that myself and Senator Fisher work on. We're upgrading all 3 legs of our triad, but we got to also work on our nuclear command and control and the survivability. So those are the short objectives that I have coming in. They're small. No, they're huge that we got to get done. And I'm going to close on this. Again, I thank the Almighty. I thank my friends. I thank the voters for having confidence in me in an environment that was ugly. Once again, we can trust the voters to see through all of the baloney. And there was lots of baloney out there, and I won't go into go in a lot of detail, but the voters saw through it. Nebraskans are smart, and I'm very grateful. My mission, again, is to keep our country secure, keep our economy strong, and our streets and our neighborhoods safe. Thank you.